All right, we're live, Maree. Hello, everybody on the chat. Hello, Maree. Welcome, everybody who's new, who has not been here before. Hello, Jazzy.
Hello, Elisa. Hi, everyone. Jasper's here. Big smile. Ready to go?
Yay. Hey, Jazzy.
So what's happening in your world?
I know. What is happening on this side of town? Well, I'm going to show you some pictures that I forgot to upload, so it'll have to be from my phone. But in Cocoa Beach, which is it's literally right there. It's what Cocoa Beach is like a really well-known surfing place, and somebody took pictures of the sky, and they were like these, like almost like crystal looking tower things. So I'm wondering what's going on with that. But other than that, just trying to stay a little bit out of like everything that's going on, like, just trying to stay
out of the gossip.
Yeah, just as much as I can. It's hard, but I noticed myself having gone back to starting to again watch the truthers, like the Telegram, like, oh, what's going on? Like I found, it'll grab onto you and just like,
I know.
So it's really hard when you're bored or when you're not doing anything specific to go back to it. So I've been trying really hard to not go back to it. So I really don't know what's going on other than that.
I know. No, I'm a bit the same actually. So yeah, it's I haven't even I'm not following anything like politics or anything like that. So yeah, I got nothing as well.
I know. So yeah, exciting. I haven't had any rocket launches this week to watch. So really just living my life, trying to stay in that highest vibration possible.
Yeah.
Really, truly highest vibration possible.
Yeah.
So there's the kitty.
Clive's gracing us with his presence today. He was a bit cross because I wasn't here last night, and he was meowing at me very angrily this morning when I got home. All of us friends stayed on a friend's boat, and he was like, hang on, you weren't home. So yeah, he'll probably join us today because he needs a cuddle.
Oh yes, need some of your energy, the beautiful energy.
Yeah. Oh, he's funny.
Yeah. So, well, let's get into it. I mean, I think this
Okay.
Denver airport thing is going to be a big deal. For those of you, hey, Shanna, for those of you who are not from the US, this airport is a big deal. And we're going to talk about it some to see what comes up. But I think the picture is pretty much tell the story. Okay.
So is it one of the main airports? Is it in the US?
It's the Colorado airport. It's not brand new. It's from 1995.
Yeah.
Oh, what's coming out over there?
Too many.
Oh, okay.
Too many.
So
yeah.
So anyway, we'll go through the stuff on there so you can see. Like, I don't know how people cannot believe that this conspiracy theory is actually not real. It's got to be. So
look.
Yeah. Okay. So before we do that, I would like for anybody who wants a reading to go ahead and put 888 on here. So the Denver airport, I saw a video on it, and there's so much that that I couldn't find the pictures for all of it. All right, Maple Tree, you're the first.
Ooh, okay. Right.
Yeah.
So Maple Tree, I'm just going to tune in to my higher self, into my divine wisdom, and then ask to be tuned into your higher self and your divine wisdom. Okay. And now let's pull some cards and maybe see if we can give you some just a little bit of clarification or confirmation of what's going on for you at the moment. All right, cool. Beautiful. Judgment cards come up. And it's interesting because when I was tuning in to your energy, I saw you sort of being propelled forward. So it's almost like something's come up for you that is giving you some insight or giving you some knowledge, or you've seen something differently to be able to move forward, because that's what I was actually seeing. So this is really interesting. Yeah, it's like you've had some confusion or some conflict within your own mind about something that has happened. But with that Judgment card, I feel it's given you more clarity, because now we've got our Three of Wands. So this is actually looking forward to the future, looking at what action you can take now to actually change up what's been happening, and to just make it, what's the word? Make a bit more clarity with where you're moving to. Page of Cups. So you're going to get offered, when the Page of Cups comes up to me, this is offering you something that's going to make you feel emotionally better. So you will actually find that little things might drop into your lap, and you can choose which ones you take from there. So, that one wants to come up. Oh, it's that one. So there's still going to be a lot that's hidden from you at the moment. It's just going to be done in small steps. That's what that Page of Cups is saying. So don't worry if something doesn't come up that you are hoping for straight away, okay? Because it's Wheel of Fortune's come up, because it's almost like it has to come up at the right time, and that's what the Wheel of Fortune is telling me for you. It'll come in the right time, the right season for you. But it's great. You're moving forward, definitely, is what I'm getting, because that Judgment card, major, Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful. You're going to be able to create exactly what it is you want. And it is, like I said, it's going to be handed to you in small increments, but it's definitely coming. So just enjoy each moment. There's a lot of synchronicity. There's a lot of beautiful coincidences going on at the moment, I've been noticing. So I feel this is what's going to be happening for you. So just know what you want, and just allow it to come to you in perfect divine timing. So that's what I'm getting for you.
All right. Nice. Very nice. Okay, so I want to get this ready.
Sorry, I think the cat's going to have to go.
Yeah, now you know how I feel. See? It's not so easy, is it?
It's not. He usually goes to sleep, but he's going, play, chord, play.
Yes, that's exactly what happens with literally every
Indy.
show with Indy. I am having to hold the cord up so he's not playing with it. Yeah.
I'm going to have to get rid of him, because I can't hold the cord. Now he's playing with the cards. No, that's it, my love. You're off. Bye-bye.
Okay. All right.
I love you.
All right. So let's see. How do I add this? Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay. Wow. So this is there, right? So Denver International Airport, it has the Masonic symbol.
It sure does.
It sure does. And you can't read it, but underneath the March 19, 1994, which somebody added up to the number 33, the highest number in the Masonic order, on the bottom, underneath, it says New World Airport Commission.
Okay.
So, what do the cards want to tell us about this? Is this airport, was this airport created for or by the Masons?
Yeah.
The 33rd degree Masons.
For their purposes. Oh, yeah. Moon card. Straight up. So something's very much out of place in that whole picture. So, because definitely they're using it for their purposes. That's, You know how they love inverting everything. And then we've got our Queen of Cups. So there's sadness as well there, a lot of emotional sadness. So, but we've now got our Justice card. So it's probably either been or getting taken down. Okay.
So it says on there, the time capsule beneath the stone contains messages and memorabilia to the people of Colorado in 2094.
Okay. So is it people from Colorado that have put it in there, the messages in there, or do you know?
It says the castle beneath the stone contains messages and memorabilia to the people of Colorado in 2094. So just see what the cards have to say about that. Like,
yeah. Just, yeah, see if, because I mean, they do a lot of ritual, don't they? So you just don't know.
Okay, so I'm interested to see. It says this time capsule beneath the stone. What contains messages and memorabilia of what?
Yeah,
What exactly is there, and what was going to happen in 2094?
You mean it was 1994 or 2094? Is that
It
when
says
they're opening it?
2094.
Oh, so it must be a 100-year one where they're going to open it. Yeah, we've got our magician card. So there's smoke and mirrors going on here. So there's something that they've done with that. But let's have a look and see. King of Swords. Okay. So to me, when the King of Swords comes up, it means that there is truth in the story, that there is definitely obviously some memorabilia or whatever under there. But
Yes.
with that magician card, it's telling me they've done it however they wanted to do it. So yeah, but it's not, I don't think it's a big deal because we've got our Page of Wands. So I don't think it's actually a really big deal. It's just, there's something in under there that they're going to open in that 100 years from 1994. It's not anything major or big, though, is all I'm getting with these cards.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So the next item I want you guys to see is this gigantic horse with red eyes.
Gosh.
Okay. He's called Lucifer.
Oh, get out of town. Seriously?
No. Mm-hmm. So,
Lucy,
what is this horse conveying? What message is he conveying? What is he, or what is it trying to do? Is it not guarding the place, but is it like you're entering the kingdom of like hell, or like what? Why is it there? What is its purpose?
Well, it's interesting because in my animal magic deck, the horse stands for power and freedom. So that's usually someone's personal power and personal freedom. So that looks to me like they're reversing it almost, doesn't it? So when you reverse power and freedom, you get disempowerment and enslavement. Mm-hmm. So let's have a look and see what the cards say. Okay. Yeah, that one wants to come up. Yeah, straight away. Yeah, when I got this, because I got the Fool card, and remember the Fool card is about going into something new. I was getting the words New World Order when this card came up, and then the King of Swords again. So this is the story that they've wanted. This is what they've been putting out there for us all. So it's part of that story, but they've been offering it because the Four of Cups is when we're being offered something, but it's not something that a lot of people want to actually take. So to me, it's just their symbolism again coming through and saying, this is what we want to create. This is who we are. So, yeah, so that's what the cards were saying. That's what the storyline that they wanted to put out there.
Okay.
It's part of their symbology. It's a part of their storyline.
Okay. All right. So this is one of the paintings they had to remove because conspiracy theories were coming up about it. Okay, there's nothing conspiratory about this. Hello?
It's pretty full on.
It's pretty full on. And this also reminds me that the runways, I couldn't find a picture. The runways in the airport are in this symbol of a swastika.
Wow. And it's fascinating because the original, what they now call the swastika, was actually very sacred. And of course,
they've inverted it.
Again and taken the power from that. So, I mean, yeah, you don't need a conspiracy theory about this, do you? And look at the background, look at the rainbow, and look at what they push. What the rainbow signifies, and look at what they're pushing now. With all of the inversion of people's, male and female.
Yeah.
So, what do you want me to ask about it? Is it as bad as what we think? Yes.
No. What I want to ask is, does it was it meant to bring people's energies down?
Okay. So what was the goal of it?
Or was it more sinister than that?
Okay. Yeah, look, 5 of Wands. So this is creating, it's an action card. So they've done something, they've taken an action that's creating some chaos, but it's also change. I mean, remember they have to tell us what they're doing, because that's what they believe saves them. Is if you know about it and you don't do anything about it, then there's no karma. So that's what I'm picking up on this sort of painting. Yeah, so that's exactly, the 3 of Wands has come up. So to me, they're making sure their future is safe by telling us. So they tell us. How do they tell us? In movies.
Oh, so by creating the future.
Yeah, they want it so it's karma free. So their belief
So it's
system.
karma free.
Yes, they look, 4 of
Oh.
Wands. So they're thinking, oh yeah, we'll be fine, we'll be safe, we'll have our beautiful place that we all live in, because they know about it. All these, useless, what do they call us? Useless bottom feeders, and because we've told them, and if they don't do anything about it, that's their problem. We don't have any karma. That's what I believe that picture is doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's so in your face, isn't it?
Oh, big time. Big
Yeah.
time. So here's another one. Here's some others that they have there. Look at this. A dead girl.
And is that 2 roses on her?
Huh?
Is that 2 roses? I can't quite see if that's
like
2
flowers.
roses.
She's holding on to flowers.
So that would be symbology again as well. Yeah.
Flowers. And
I mean, it's just ridiculous, isn't it? How obvious it is when you know.
Yeah. And then look at this apocalyptic one here with the fire burning. You see it here?
Yes.
So almost like they're burning the fire, the forest, the trees, the big, huge trees.
Well, they know that, as we know, the trees are incredible. They bring through incredible energy for us. They're connected to us, and they decimate them. That's what they're doing. In the Amazon, all those places, they're decimating the trees because they know how powerful that we connect to trees. And they do everything they can to disempower. Yeah. And remember, that's what the horse symbol, I said to you, it felt to me like they'd reversed the actual true meaning of horse. So it was disempowering.
Okay. And then this one was, I don't know if you see it, it's like you see the dead soldier down here.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard one to make out.
Yeah, this one is hard to make out.
And are they all little ones in the background, or are they just normal, different age people?
Different age people.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I can't believe that they're in an airport.
Yeah. Yeah. This is huge. This mural is gigantic. Yeah. Yeah. So let's talk about the tunnels underneath.
Okay.
Supposedly there is, from what the video I saw, there's not only tunnels underneath, but there's actually a building 5 stories below. Wow. So can we see what the cards have to say if there truly is a 5-story building underneath it?
Yeah. Okay. Yes, we've got our Page of Pentacles. So it might be different. It might be less than 5 stories, or it might be different to what's coming through, but there's definitely something there. And this is the Sun card. So normally this is very joyful, whatever, but to me this is showing little ones.
The children, yeah.
That's what that card is depicting.
The little ones.
And oh my God, this card, 3 of Cups, it's usually very much a celebration, but why would you have goblets? It's, so if I'm looking at it from their point of view as to what they're doing, it's not great for for the little ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
they're celebrating their what they worship.
Okay, so were they doing rituals underneath there?
That's what those cards were telling me, because that's
Okay.
I was asking that. I was sort of picturing it and going, well, what's going on under there? Let me just clarify that. Okay. Yeah, and it was also because that Three of Wands has come up again. They're also that's where they sort of get taken through. Yeah. I can't believe this. We've got the same two cards come up, that Three of Wands and Four of Wands. So they take them to where they want them to be, to their place. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
then okay, so does it have a subterranean train or let's say transportation, because it's probably not even a friggin' train. It's probably some fast bullet
megalith.
fast.
Yeah, what's what are they called? Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So is there transportation from there to other
places? Let me
places
just see. Yeah.
that are
and the cards were sort of telling me that it had been a very safe haven for them. But when that Justice card came up in the first lot we pulled, like I said, I'm gonna check in with that as well to see if that's true. Okay, let's just see if it's linked into other places. Oh my God, look at that. I was just talking about it. So yeah, I'm getting that, yes, that was going on, the transportation, but it's done. That I was just talking about the Justice card and then it comes up. So it's really confirming.
that
I guess
it's been taken over and it's been stopped.
Nine of Cups, yeah. So it has been, because that was the desire. And I'm you just, when you even feel into it, it's like it was quite a big hub. So High Priestess has come up again, mystery. So there's a lot of mystery, a lot of stuff going on under there.
Yeah.
But they're cleaned. Okay. It looks like it's been cleaned.
It's been cleaned up. Okay. Well, for anybody that would think it's a conspiracy theory, I have a friend at work who was in the military and actually was in those tunnels.
Yep.
So they're real.
That. Yeah.
The cards are saying they're real, and I know for a fact they're real. Yep. So, but of course, everybody who watches this show is well aware of what's happening or what was happening down there. Thank God that we are done with that. So there was a mural. I cannot find it, but I saw the picture of it.
Yeah.
And it was a bunch of children with their mouths covered with masks, like the C-19 masks, right?
Yeah.
What was that? Was that again them telling us what's coming?
Or what they did, how they would get them through so they weren't recognized.
Okay.
Let's have a look and see. Yeah. Seven of Cups has come up. This is my Chaos card.
Mm-hmm.
They were able to get them through with that chaos of that. I mean, they're telling you what they're doing. Yeah. And the Knight of Wands. Now, this is an action card. It's something that can happen fairly quickly, but to me, he's going the wrong way. So it was done for a different purpose than just health safety.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Fool. So it was a new way for them to be able to do things much safer. That was their new way of doing it. So they were telling us what they were doing again.
So they were telling us what they were doing. Okay, so it wasn't to tell us that the virus was coming. It was to tell us that they were trafficking with the masks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, probably many, and also it can represent silencing someone, can't it?
Of course.
So, that's the other thing as well. So I would say that there would be lots of different things, going on there.
Yeah.
Because when was that put up? Do you know when that mural was done?
I'm going to say before it happened, before the pandemic took off.
So let me just check to see if it actually was. That was another aspect of it, was saying, hey, this is what we're doing. This is what we're actually going to make happen.
Okay.
Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. So they're definitely planting seeds to let us know again, hey, we warned you. You didn't do anything about it. The world, look at this. It happened all over the world. And they were telling us. what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it had multiple meanings. Victory. So they knew they were going to get what they wanted because that's the Six of Wands. So yeah.
I wish I had a video that I saw of someone that was explaining that they were just putting like the earth, almost like the earth was flat, so that the earth as like flat, and it had sand around it. And did you see that?
Yeah.
And
I
there
think
was
you sent it to me.
some
You
type of
showed it.
thing that was hanging over it.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah. I do remember that. I thought you
Yeah.
actually put it up once. I can't remember now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So unfortunately, I could not find that to post it. So for people here to see. But so the swastika, the runways being a swastika, what's the meaning of that? Is that because they want you to know that they, or did it have a specific energy that it gave them, or like
Seven of Wands. They deliberately took action. This is a fighting card, so they deliberately took action to create the chaos. And it's yeah, this is what they wanted. So Nine of Cups has come up with that card. So for them, this is exactly what they wanted. I mean, it's just amazing. Canberra, our capital city here in Australia, the whole new Parliament House, everything is done in all of the symbology of the Freemasons. The whole thing has been built. It's massive. When you go above it and look down, it's unbelievable. It's done in the same symbol that you showed in that first picture. It's got the eye, everything, and that goes really deep as well. So they have no qualms about doing this. So that's what they've done here as well. They've actually they've used their symbology. Oh, we've got our devil card.
Why does it look like a circus tent? So the Denver airport, and I'm trying to bring it up, and for some reason now it's all about the pictures. Because it says art images. Okay, that's why. Because you haven't seen it, right?
No, I haven't seen it.
The Denver airport.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it looks like a circus tent. Basically, it's like a circus tent. I'm going to see.
From the top, like from the top perspective.
Yeah, so I'm going to share here so you can see.
Actually, yeah, okay. Oh, wow. So there's nothing that's actually directly over it, is it? Like to actually see if it's. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like a circus tent almost. So what was the meaning of that?
Good question. Actually, Tribal Rice, I think I just noticed something popped up, and she was saying, telling us that the swastika we didn't win World War II. It was just a cabal agreement for the war to end, and I think that's brilliant because they started the war, so of course they could decide when it finished and brought it to the US, didn't they? They reckon that all of those people were brought to the US. So, yeah. Okay, but let's tune in and ask about the styling of the airport. It's really quite unusual. Okay. The styling of it, though, yeah, I don't feel it was such symbology as other things they've done because, again, we've got that Page of Cups. So it's not such a significant offering as to what some of the other stuff they've got internally was. And then we've got the Four of Pentacles. So this is a foundation. So they did plan what they were doing there. So, but I don't think it was as much symbology as what's going on internally. So, and then the Hermit cards come up. So internally, they did more, is what I'm getting from that.
Underneath
and yeah. So, and also too, if you think of a circus, what is it? It's mirrors, smoke and mirrors. It's all entertainment. So it's probably
That's why I was asking because I figured it had some type of connotation like that.
To that.
Yeah.
Oh, Trixie, a paper project paperclip. Yeah. It's funny, I was just thinking about that yesterday. That and what was the other one? Project Mockingbird with all the media.
So I'm looking to see if there's any other questions about the airport before I move on. Stop. Let me see. Oh yeah, the designer of the horse statue was killed by it.
Killed by the statue.
The statue fell on him. And
well,
killed him.
What was that recall?
Yep. Yeah. And I was going to mention that and I forgot. So
and that's the
I'm
truth
glad.
because the keywords has come up. So yeah.
So it's true.
Oh my goodness. Honestly, you know, if people knew what they actually did, the sacrificing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Let's see. I don't see anything else. Do you guys have any questions about the Denver airport before I move on? Okay. I don't see anything else.
Okay. If something else comes up later, I guess we can just pop it in. So
yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going back to the beginning. If I miss your question, you might have to repost it. So Maple Tree, there's a story about the keepers of the lighthouse in Flannan Isles lighthouse. Is what happened to them and how did they disappear?
Okay, so the story, should we check to see if the story is true, if they actually did disappear first? So we've learned our lesson, go back to basics.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's just see if this story actually has some truth to it about these lighthouse keepers. Okay, partially. So we've got our Four of Cups. So it's something that's being offered, but you know, you could take it or leave it with a pinch of salt is what I'm getting with that. Yeah, so some of it's been hidden. So we've got our Eight of Swords, and so to me, this is the story. There's something that's hidden from us. It's not the whole truth, Maple Tree. But yeah, this is just confirming that Page of Swords. To me, he's always the one that comes in, and there's just that he's not quite telling the truth. So yeah, something might have happened, but it's not how they're telling it. So if they disappeared, you know, yeah, it's not anything that was major, like how the stories come
mysterious.
out. Yeah, there's some. It feels like it's not quite what we're thinking. There's nothing too ominous about it. So they look. Who knows if they really did lose people? Maybe they did fall off the rocks or something, or maybe they, you know, yeah. But it doesn't look like there's that they've disappeared. I guess. In a way that the stories are saying, or you know, alluding to.
Okay. All right. Very good.
Yeah.
Angel Laurie's question: is the U.S. going to have a first female president in the next election? I thought they weren't going to be elections in next elections.
I thought the midterms were the ones that they actually got all the evidence to get.
So are we going to have 20? So before we ask that question, then are we going to have 2024 elections in the U.S. of A?
Let's ask in the usual way that they've been presented, or is there going to be a change up? There could be some sort of election, but it could be different. So let's just see.
The same
format
type, as we've had now.
Yeah, that's it. Let's just see if it's going to be the same. So have to be quite specific with that because there's, will it be the same? No. Wheel of Fortune, no, there's definitely going to be a change as the season, as it comes, everything comes into play. There will definitely be a change. Ace of Swords is just confirming that. So even if there is an election, it will not be done the same way that they've actually been done in the past. Ace of Pentacles. So we're going to definitely have something much better. Okay, so they're really positive cards. So, you know, they may have elections of sorts, but it looks like it's going to be quite different and new.
Okay. Okay, excellent. So then is it going to be a female president?
Okay. At the next
When we
election.
have the new elections that are completely different.
How interesting. That just jumped out, and that's my transformation card, my death card. So let's just see what else we get coming up with this. Let's have a look at that. Wow, the sun's rising really strongly in that card. So let's just see what else we get. See if there'll be a female. I mean, there could be someone down the track that acts as a leader that's a female, but we'll see if it's going to be this next person that is in power. So,
Yeah.
okay, so now this is where it gets tricky. So we have to say, is Mr. T now the one that's actually in power? And is it the one after him that's going to be female? Do you see what I'm saying? Because he's already actually in power. And if he comes
Well,
back
it's
in
in
the
the
public
next,
eye.
so the question is next election. So
Okay.
in the next election, will it be a female president?
We've got our King of Pentacles, so I would say it's still going to be a male in the next election. Yeah, okay. Nine of Cups, and it's something that everyone's desired and happy with. So, yeah, Knight of Pentacles. So there's going to be a truthful message that comes through, truthful action is taken, or truthful result. So that's good. So no, the cards are saying it'll still be a male, but there's going to be definitely the transformation and death of the old system, definitely.
Okay. Okay. All right. Good. That's the answer I want, that we're not going to have any more of the stupid ass elections.
Tricky, sinister vote changing.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. The next question is from Dennis, who's eating ice cream right now. Is Stonehenge built in its original configuration or the way that man thinks it should be?
Okay. So, yeah, because, I mean, the story is that there is actually it was taken from its original place, or there was one set up to not on the original powerful energy grid line. So let's just see if that's the truth, if it's actually been shifted, moved, taken. Oh, you're not going to believe it. Yes, Dennis, we've got our transformation card. So something has definitely been changed up. It's definitely shifted. Wow. Oh, Four of Swords. Yep, there's a lot of mystery still surrounding that place, because it was an extremely powerful ley lines and vortex where it was meant to be built. The Hanged Man. So this is, it's been surrendered to. So the Hanged Man is going internally, is surrendering to a process. So to me, it's definitely being changed. It's upside down. It's like, so yeah, Dennis. Yes.
So I had heard that Stonehenge really wasn't built by, basically, like, it was put there to fool us, to fool humanity. Did you hear that at all?
No, I haven't heard that one, but I mean, what the cards were just saying though was that it's not on the original place that it was actually made for, because, as we know, the grid lines of the earth, the energetic grid lines, they connect up to other incredible, powerfully, vortexes and grid lines, and line up with particular stars and things like that. So, so maybe that's what people are saying, is it's been shifted and moved, so we've been tricked.
Okay. So, how are they able to move those stones? How can a human being move those stones? I don't think we have the machinery to move it.
The thing is, though, was it even done in our timeline, or was it changed? You know how we've had different experiences, but with like, look at Tartaria and all those things. We've got different things. I mean, how could we build those sorts of buildings? We couldn't.
Yeah,
literally. So it's a similar. My feeling is it's a similar thing. Yeah, because there's mystery. There's mystery involved to this. It's like there's something that we're not being able to see, like a different timeline, or it's a different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I was getting, and that's what that High Priestess card is telling me as well.
Okay.
So,
yeah. Okay.
That's a good question. Thanks, Dennis.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. How is Arbor Low Derbyshire connected to Stonehenge.
I haven't heard of Arbalow. I've been to Stonehenge, but I haven't heard of Arbalow. Is it close by, Nick?
No, in
Maree,
Derbyshire.
is it? Let's just see what if the cards can give us anything. So. Okay, interesting, because I was just getting an image. I wonder, was it an ancient town? Like, was it an ancient town? And the original Stonehenge, did it sort of strengthen? Did Stonehenge strengthen that town with, was it on a similar energy line is what I was actually feeling, picking up. And I'm getting an Ace of Pentacles. So there was definitely some link on that energetic ley line.
Yeah, I wonder if Overlow is a main ley line connection.
The Thega Tower moment. So when they shifted that Stonehenge, it changed. It shifted.
That's why they shifted it.
That because, like I said, it was built originally on a very powerful vortex. So you could actually, I would say, portals, all sorts of things from that place, and so it's been moved, so it couldn't be used. But I would say that town, getting sort of in another timeline, another whatever that was feeding. It was feeding energy into it, or they were somehow working with each other. So that's what was coming up in the cards. So yeah, definitely got to do with the energy lines, vortexes. Yeah.
Interesting. Ooh, that's a cool question, Dennis. Was Merlin a druid?
Let's see. Well, it's interesting because apparently Merlin's energy in another form was Saint Germain as well. So he's had many forms and aspects. So what else was Merlin? Merlin was something else as well, like in another form. So let's see if Merlin himself was a druid. Good question. Oh, that one's hot. We're going to go for that. I think he might have been, because the Four of Wands to me means he belonged to a group. He belonged in a place, in a community. Yeah, Ace of Cups. So yeah, he was, because very emotionally powerful, fulfilling, all of those things with that Ace of Cups. So yeah, the Fool. He was learning new ways of being. He had a lot of faith, a lot of trust, because they could work with energy. They powerful. So, and that's Merlin magic, I tell you. And grid lines. Merlin definitely works with grid lines, because I do some work with the earth, and Merlin will often come in and actually work with me. Like, yeah, it's amazing. So yes, wow. Dennis, he would be what we could consider a druid. That would be an aspect of him.
Okay, very cool. So I'm going to show you the pictures that were taken in Cocoa Beach. So I got to switch you and I want to figure out what the story is here. Let's see. Here we go. Ooh, the other way? The other way.
Okay, let's have a look.
And then that was up in the clouds.
So what do we? So you're the actual shape of it. What is it?
What is it? Was that like what was it? What can the cards tell us this was?
Yeah. Shall we ask if it's a true picture first?
We can, but I'm pretty sure it is, because
it's a bit hard to see it.
Yeah, here we go.
That's better. Gosh, it's really quite unusual, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So let's just see if we can get any clarification on it with the cards.
Oh.
Interesting, because we've got the Hermit coming up. And the Hermit, wow, there's definitely something going on that's, it's sacred, because the Hermit, to me, when it comes up, when I'm asking that sort of question, is when we go internally and really connect into our wisdom and our spirituality. And then we've got the Ace of Wands. So it's sort of confirming that. So there's definitely something energetic around it. Something, yeah. And it's Four of Wands.
Wow,
so to me,
so it was good.
Yeah, it was a positive energy, I suppose, is probably what these are saying. Yeah, Ace of Cups has just come up again. So there wasn't anything negative about it. It sort of had an energy that was
absolutely stunningly beautiful.
Yeah,
There's no
and this is what
question
the
about
cards are
it.
saying.
So was
So
it a
it's
ship? Like,
let's
or
check
was
and
it
see.
something else?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
actually, Dennis read my mind. I wanted to ask Jasper
okay.
about it.
All right, Jasper, can you come in, please? Time to do some work, Jazzy. Okay, I'm just going to tune in and he can sort of show me from a different perspective straight away. He just showed me golden beams of light coming down, beams of light in that energy space, he's saying, within that space. Cool. And I just felt it as he showed it to me as well. And that's fascinating because I shared with Elisa, and I'll share with you guys what happened last night because I was sleeping my friend's boat. There was a few of us that just stayed over on this beautiful boat on the water. And I woke up during the night and I was getting this template of this gold. Was actually it was gold, looked like petals, a little bit like that, pure
Yeah,
gold.
very similar, right?
Yeah, really similar. It was fascinating, and I knew it was templating me. And then these gold cups and beautiful chalices were getting thrown through the middle of it, pure gold. It was amazing. Normally, I'll get, if it's going to happen, it'll be the flower of life, and it comes in different colors. But this was pure gold, and it's fascinating
Wow.
because Jasper, that was what he was sort of showing me. An aspect of it was gold, so it's definitely a consciousness or a beautiful frequency energy. So.
Wow.
Wow, yeah. So that was looking at it from above it into a different perspective.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
beautiful. The golden era, the golden age, the Christ consciousness, all
So,
of
okay,
those
so
words.
then what is that all about? Let's look a little
Let's
bit
see.
further into
Yeah,
into why are we seeing this? Why are you seeing that? What's going
yeah.
on?
I know. Because I know, and I was even when I said, I want to wake up and experience this. And even when I was awake, I was still experiencing it. So it's obviously really tangible, this beautiful frequency and consciousness and vibration that's come through. So yeah, it was actually astounding. It was so gold. I was going, I just want to stay awake and experience this. And then of course it went. But yeah, okay, let me just see, what is this about? What is it doing for us? What is its job here? The star. So the star is actually bringing through aspects of our oversoul, connecting more into our higher self. It also has an emotional aspect. All right, so it's to help us to stay really, to be more calm, to be in that place of wisdom and knowing. So it's look at that gold. Look at that. So to me, it's a consciousness that's coming through, and what we do with it is our choice, because we've got our hermit card. So whether we go in and really connect into this beautiful consciousness coming through, find our own wisdom, our deep wisdom, spend some
Mm-hmm.
time just meditating. That's what the cards are telling me. And temperance. Oh my goodness,
Mm.
beautiful. Look at these cards. I mean, these haven't come up. These two haven't come up like in weeks. Or temperance maybe, but the temperance is about also having patience and just allowing this to come through at your pace, at the right pace for you, because there will
Mm-hmm.
be a change. The temperance card is also about a change that happens, whether it's on a physicality, a mental aspect, emotional or spiritual. So it's really just confirming everything, isn't it? So
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, so there's some talk on the chat that um
mhm,
somebody
mhm.
is saying that Merlin was dark.
Okay, and it's really interesting because I've looked at this as well. I went through a phase where I was going, oh my God, is Archangel Michael dark? Are we not meant to be connecting into these beings? And it took me a long time to work through it. So Therese, it's a really great, you brought this up, and I know Jessie, I've actually watched some of her stories. And however, every single aspect of energy has levels to it. So it depends on your intention of what aspect of that being. I always ask for the highest will and good for the highest aspect of consciousness within that being to come through. So, of course, we live in duality, everything. So you can actually tune in, of course, if you want, to a darker aspect. But to me, I'm absolutely happy and comfortable now with tuning in to the highest consciousness of those beings. So that's just my interpretation. I don't know. Have you got anything to add to that, Elisa? Is there anything you want to talk about that? Have you ever gone through that experience?
All I know is that Merlin, when I was talking to a Pleiadian commander during a session with someone who was completely in trance, therefore I completely believe what was happening at the time because she doesn't remember any of it. The commander sent us brought Merlin in to teach us and give us a class about managing energy. So
I
all I
agree
can
with that.
tell you is, as far as I know, he's good.
Teresa, this is great because what it's doing is it's making us go inside, be the hermit, go inside, find our own wisdom. And it took me some time because this was a long time ago when I started to hear these things. And I really had to go deep and I really had to trust. And when I got shown, look, there's different levels of everything. Tune into your highest level through your higher self. That's it. That's all you need to do. So, yeah, but it's great because this is called discernment. So, and I even had one of my close friends ask me a question like this not long ago. And I just went, it's all good. I've been through this. Now you go through it. But, but this is my truth. So, yeah, so it's really good to discern this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Because it was disappointing to me as well. I was going, no. And then, yeah, I just found it myself over time.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I remember when he said, "Oh, I'm going to call Merlin in. He's here to help you." And I was like, Merlin? Because he's a Pleiadian commander. And I'm like, what does Merlin have to do with the Pleiadian commander? It was kind of weird and out of the blue, but yeah. So,
beautiful. And I said magician, absolute magician, works with crystals, works with the ley lines, vortexes, energy. He has a staff, and when his staff hits the earth, it activates and clears and transmutes. So I love Merlin, and I love working with Merlin.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So absolutely.
I don't know why my computer isn't charging. Okay, I want to show you the picture. I was able to send it to myself so you can see it.
Cool.
There it is.
It's just stunning, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my God. And look at the gold. Remember I said to you, that was the colors that came through with it. It's just gorgeous. And that was what Jasper was showing me, was this golden white light that was coming through. It was really powerful consciousness. Wow.
Yeah. Stunning.
And, stunning. And maybe it is part of a vortex or a portal or whatever, but it's definitely a high frequency consciousness is what I was getting. Yeah. Wow. Good picture, Elisa.
Yeah. Yeah. And literally here, that was here where I am. If I was outside and looked up, I would have seen it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just crazy. Wow.
So that's the type of energy that I feel is in this area.
Yeah. It's amazing.
And I don't think it's a coincidence that I'm here.
Never. Yeah. It's funny because I got made to shift where I was living, quite frequently. And I was going, why are you moving me again? And I said, and I just wanted to read my books. And I was right near the ocean and everything. I was quite fit, but I just wanted to sit and read books and I was quite dizzy a lot of the time. And I got told, you're holding an energetic grid point because the grid's moving. So I was anchoring in grid points in certain places. And that's why I had to be in certain places. So I'd be like going, oh my God, this is energy coming in. I could just feel it. This is before I did my transference healing or anything. Yeah. So we're always meant to be in specific places to template and hold grid points.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, let me see what else I got. Oh, I think somebody had a question that I might have missed here. Here we go. What happens when you're staying in a high vibration frequency and doing all you know to do, and something you would never manifest for yourself happens around you? What's going on with this?
Okay, so Lady Hawk, do you want to speak to this at all, Elisa?
I would say, I don't know if she's talking about something negative or something positive that would never manifest for yourself.
Yeah, maybe negative, because if you're saying, So if you're
That's,
in that
I'm
high
assuming
vibration,
it would have
yeah,
to be negative.
it would be perceived
And
as a negative thing.
yeah,
So yeah.
that's why. Um, I would say that there's either a lesson that needs to be learned, or there's a collective thing going on that you are not a part of. In a sense, you're watching it like a movie, you know,
Yeah.
and it's just there for you to watch the movie. um so I don't know, what do you think, Maree?
Yeah,
I would have to know
very
more about the
similar.
situation,
Yeah,
but
I would too. But sometimes too, if there is something subconscious that we actually aren't aware of that just needs to come up to be cleared, as Elisa said, you can just be even the observer watching it go on around you. And as we talked about last show, we were talking about being able to stay in your own balanced state, and looking at how you respond or react to those situations. It can sometimes maybe just give us a little insight into something that's subconscious that we don't know is there. So, yeah, and it's how we respond to a situation and what we choose to take from the experience. It doesn't mean things are just going to happen sometimes, and you just go, okay, how am I going to respond to this? And what am
yeah.
I going to learn from this?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
Yeah,
That's all I can, because I've had things happen to me, and I go, why on earth would that happen?
exactly.
But then what actually came from it was amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it was, and I was going, oh my God, this is amazing. All these things are just coming in and sorting it out, and I'm not even lifting a finger. It's almost sometimes around increasing our faith or our trust, or all sorts of things.
And
So
also something else that comes to mind too is you could be the light in the
yeah,
darkness. So if it could be that it's happening around you because it can happen around you because you're there to keep the
yeah,
vibration high, so it's not a bigger shit show, like.
I agree.
So I don't know, that's
Yeah,
another thing too that could be as well.
yeah. Yeah, so we don't judge ourselves for if something's happening and you're going, well, this wasn't in my planned to-do list. Don't judge it. Just go, oh, how am I going to respond?
Yeah,
So
nothing. Remember, everything's neutral. We give it
yeah,
meaning. We're the
yeah,
ones who give me things meaning, good or bad. So if everything's neutral, then
yeah. And that's funny because I was just pulling the cards, and this is the strategy card. So what are you going to take away with you? The change. How are you going to change from it? And are you going to keep the balance? Because those two of swords in the background talk about, are you going to keep your mind in balance around it? And then the moon, because sometimes things really do, they trigger our psyche, they'll trigger us and our deep subconscious. So they're obviously meant to be there for whatever reason. Tower.
mhm.
So we're all gonna we all have tower moments. Okay.
Yes.
But I love that because it does change things up for us, Ace of Wands, to bring us into a much better place, and
Yeah.
taking different actions. So yeah, it's all part of
Yeah.
our experience.
Yeah, absolutely. It
Mm.
is all of it. Okay, let me see what I have here that I was saving for us. Um, uh, oh, yes, 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 yes. Can we trust real raw news? Did I already
Oh
ask this question?
no, not that I know of. Yeah, let's have a look. Real raw news. Let's just see. Is it a trustworthy source?
Source, yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is it a trustworthy source? Okay. Some of it is, because we've got our Knight of Wands. Now, to me, he's someone that takes action and gets things across, but it can sometimes be disinformation as well. But the Fool card tells me they do go into places that are truthful, because it's a new way of looking at something, or a new beginning. So some of it, yeah, Knight of Pentacles is confirming that, because he brings to me, when I see the Knight of Pentacles, to me it's bringing in a message to our reality that's truth. So some of it's truthful, some of it's not. So discernment, it's just, again, it always comes back to discerning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it the military that's giving information on that channel?
Okay, let's have a look and see, because we'll get specific cards as to maybe where it's coming from. you know, the stuff that is truthful or whatever. Let's just see which cards want to come up and tell us a story about Real Raw News.
Oh God, Lady Hawk says they're called Real Raw Patriot News.
Oh, is there a name? Interesting, because we've got the Three of Pentacles, which is a contract card. So they're definitely getting information from somewhere, because when that card comes up, it's like you're working with someone in a situation where they, High Priestess. So it's a mysterious, it's somewhere that, you know, they're not going to say probably maybe who their source is, of course. So, yeah, and the Queen of Swords. So to me, the Queen of Swords is very direct, but it's not as strong as the King. So they are getting their source to put out their stories. It's just not quite as strong as the King. So Four of Cups. So some of the stuff is real, but some of it's not, again. But they have got a contract with, or they got someone that knows what's going on when they do get some of their intel or whatever, their news. So, yeah, someone in the know.
Okay. All right. Very good. All right. Well, that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. That went by quite quickly.
Ready?
Yes, quite quickly. And I think the next show too is going to be really good as well. It's not coming to mind. What is it that we were going to talk about?
Was that one the Real Raw News one? The next heading? I think I might have glimpsed that. I'm not sure.
Oh, was it Real Raw News?
Yeah, but we can talk about whatever.
Yeah, so I'll have to change the topic then. I'll have to change the topic. So I'm glad I asked. Okay, so I'll have to come up with something for the next one. If you guys think of anything, let me know in the comments, all right? Okay. All right, everybody. Love you so much. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, lots of love.
And we'll see you guys in Thursday.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.